Forget about what the
Let's
calendar
get going.
says. Football season is right around the corner, and that means best ball week at DraftKings
Quick time.
isn't far
Give me my
behind.
quick time.
Here's
Quick
what you
time when
need
you
to
get it.
know.
When you get it set.
DraftKings Best Ball Millionaire Contest is our biggest fantasy contest ever. We're talking
here. So, John,
15
we'll
million
talk
guaranteed
about
prize pool
about
with
the
two.
battle and
That's
the
right,
ending first,
two millionaires
and then I've
being
just got kind of
crowned
a shot
for
by shot. We
first
can go
and
through the
second
rest of the
place.
episode.
If you're a set it and forget
Okay,
it type,
cool.
then
I need a
best
lot
ball
of
is for you.
explaining, bro.
No
No,
waiver
I'll
wires, no roster management,
set it all
bigger
up for sure.
rosters,
And then
so
Jackson, I
injuries
assume
won't
you'll
be
be
in the
more
season. Own the
active
draft,
on
and
this one
that's
as
it.
well.
You're
Since
set for the
Tyler's not here.
season. And 15
Okay.
million
Yeah.
in prize money is
All
no
right, about
joke.
10
Still
seconds.
not
I
convinced?
think I'm
Check this
good
out.
on any
This
explanation.
year, DraftKings is
that you
offering
would
everyone
need.
a draft.
And then, are
Okay,
you
cool,
comfortable with
cool.
us saying you
Your
guys are
$20 entry
in
fee
waiting mode
scores
right
you a
now?
bonus ticket.
Get ready for best
yeah,
ball
yeah, yeah,
week
that's
at
cool.
DraftKings. Download the DraftKings
explained why I ain't
app
kept
and
up with
use
shit,
code
nigga.
That's what I'm
Fuck
saying.
it.
Yeah, for sure.
Jenkins Jenkins for all customers who
Only
enter
thing
the
you saved me is the
NFL
weed. I
Best
got a
Ball
little too high today,
$15
though,
million
brother.
millionaire
All right, here we go.
contest.
5,
Get a
I had to be
bonus
like,
ticket.
ooh, baby, this
Only
might not be
during
the
Best
answer
Ball
to my
week
problems.
on DraftKings.
1, and we are live.
Welcome to Jenkins and Jones on the Volume Podcast Network. It is Sunday, July 7th, and we are here to pay our respects to a real one, Rhaenys Targaryen. But before Rhaenys Valerian, excuse me, before we get there, as always, Jenkins and Jones, hosted by LaJethero Jenkins, aka John.
What's up, Bubbas?
Dragonfly Jones traveling with some family stuff right now, so not with us tonight, but I may text him to get some thoughts on the episode. But we're missing
I'm out with the
DFJZ.
homies in real life. I'll holler at y'all later, man. Big respect. You feel me?
I'm Guardy B, aka
IRL
Mike,
friendship. Motherfucking Mike.
and we've got Jackson Saffon, the lovely and talented Jackson Saffon on the ones and twos.
What's up?
Thank you for those of you who are live with us on YouTube, youtube.com/@JenkinsandJones. We appreciate you. Thanks for being in the chat. Jackson will be chiming in with comments from the chat. If you're listening to this on podcast form, you can go watch the video. And if you subscribe on YouTube, you can catch our episodes live when we are recording. Come hang out in the chat. It's a great time. And with all the preliminary out of the way, holy fuck. I feel like the battle for Rook's that's what everyone was wanting out of the last season of Game of Thrones. That was like one of the best battle scenes you've ever seen, right? I mean, it has the small level shit. The dragons looked unbelievable. I just felt like that had absolutely everything in it. John, what did you think?
I didn't see a lot of it coming. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was scary when they sent her out there, when she just decided to go out there. I was like, oh, we'll see. I didn't imagine it all, you know what I'm saying, aiming ducked off in the back. You feel me? Dog, you know what I'm saying? And how she went out, Jesus Christ. But thought it was great, enjoyed the hell out of it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of like plot twists for a person that hasn't read the books, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I felt like obviously Twitter, everyone is just pouring one out for Rhaenys. Went out like as solid as could go out. Just was nothing but a great human being, a solid human being from start to finish. One of the few truly likable characters in the history.
Maybe
of
the
these
only
books.
one,
right?
Her and Jon Snow. You feel me? Like
someone who
crazy.
set aside her. You know, she could have had this war over it. You know, her being the rightful heir, and set aside that desire in order to keep peace and everything else, and sought peace all the way through. And then she just gave Rhaenyra that look when Rhaenyra was like, all right, it's time to let these fucking dragons go. And she looked at her like, I got it.
Right. Big respect. But yeah, man, it's crazy to see it go out, dude. Like, y'all said y'all haven't seen Your Honor. I wonder if the people in the chat have seen Your Honor. But there's a scene when a dude knows he can't get out of a situation and he has to, you know, go up against a motherfucker that, you know, is built different. You feel me?
Yeah.
He goes up against him and stands on all 10 and gets killed.
Right.
You know, it's a fucked up situation, actually. It was fucked up. But you know what I'm saying? I felt like that with her. Like when she was like, I didn't realize that she couldn't run. So she had to fight. So she was like, if I'm gonna go fight, I'm gonna go out fighting. I'm not gonna go out running. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah,
I did see. My wife had the same reaction. I saw some people on Twitter saying the same thing. So just
like why
from
she didn't shake out, you know,
just from a little bit of book context, it's like you can't run from Vhagar. The bigger dragons are also faster. Like you saw what I think the show is doing a great job of showing you the difference in size between Vhagar and these other dragons. It's like the difference between a smaller cat versus a fucking leopard or something. It's like it's just different.
Predator
in
and prey.
magnitude.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you said it, man. I mean, I think obviously none of us hopefully find ourselves in that situation, but I think you always hope that if you find yourself in a lose-lose situation that you handle yourself in a solid way. And that like resignation she had of like she's looking her dragon in the eye as the life goes out of it, and then she just let go and was like, all right. it's nothing else to do up here.
Right. But right before that, she looks at the dragon, and she doesn't even say anything to the dragon just, it showed like the connection between the people that are riding the dragons and the actual dragon. Like it's spiritual, where she looked the dragon in the eyes and the dragon just turned around. You know what I mean? Like, you know what time it is. You know what we finna go do. Like she knew that she wasn't gonna make it out of this fight.
Yes.
You feel me? So And I mean, he was right there with her. So, you know, big respect, man. But that shit was that. I did not see that coming. And we didn't even talk about, you know what I'm saying, fucking Aegon getting smoked. They fried and freaking see that nigga on live television. Damn, bro, your whole brother. Golly, that's how you move it. That nigga's a real monster, dog. Clowned him at the damn what's it, the round
the
table.
council. The council. Yep.
Clown at the round table with the council. You feel me? And then you catch it, you lure his goofy ass out there, you know, to fight. You know, make him feel like a bitch, or you lure him out there, and then you like, this is what time it really is. Nigga, fuck you. You're a big fuck you. That's your whole family. I can't believe that, bro. That's shocking. We really seen the type of demon this nigga is, bro. You know what I mean?
I feel like when he walked out of the whorehouse with his favorite lady,
he made a decision.
Dripping off of him.
He made a decision. He made a decision that day.
Being made fun of, it was like,
he made a decision that day.
All right.
Yeah.
Because there was already a lot of bad blood between the two of them. And I'm sure he wanted to throw hands long ago, but like, it's hard to really come up with a moment and a plan to do that when your brother's the king. And then he was like, this is it. No more after the whorehouse.
And then he also, I think this seemed like the actual plan. Like he said, like, yo, we'll go over here
100%.
and we'll overtake this small place because, you know, they're for the taking. But really, nigga, you know what I'm saying? You were the small place that was for the taking. Yeah. And he lured them out, and it's crazy to see the plan actually come to fruition the way it did. You feel me?
Jackson,
it's crazy.
Jackson, you're a big brother. I'm a big brother. John's a little brother. Tyler's a little brother. I know he would. He's seen this same play many times.
I'm a little brother.
Hey, man.
The craziest. Oh, I thought Joy was your big sister.
What?
Oh, my bad, dog. My bad. All right. Okay. Well, the three of us all know this strategy well. Then
he's just more mature, nigga. That's all. She's just a better human being. She should have been my big sister. That would have saved me. But no, she moved like my big sister.
But Tyler's been on the other end of this strategy that, like, for all the dragons and all this other stuff, that was just straight up big brother trying to get the one bag of Fritos off the little brother. Like, damn, I don't know. You're kind of moving like a bitch out here, bro. Like, people are talking about, I don't think Aegon could stupidly ride his dragon to get himself killed. Like, I think you're too much of a pussy for that, bro.
I think,
and this is so easy. This one is the easiest one. I mean, you gotta be able to do this.
And I think him speaking in their particular language instead of talking in, you know, I guess what they're using English, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? But like their particular language made it even more embarrassing to me. We're like, what I'm going to come up in my head of what you said, you know what I'm saying? To make this man like the king stand down is going to be way worse than what was actually said. You feel me? Like that's more embarrassing. Like I'm a son you over here in our language, bitch ass nigga. You feel me? I'm trying to spare you, pussy ass nigga. You feel me? Like that was. I don't know if the
comment's been made in the chat, but someone responded to the Jenkins and Jones Twitter. It was hold on, I want to make sure we get the name up. The Fly Hobo said Aegon was speaking Valyrian the way Peggy Hill speaks Spanish.
I also forgot about that part too. Yeah, he like can't, and even if the rest of the council doesn't even understand, like it's pretty obvious that this guy
dropping
is
his
incapable
nuts
of speaking this language.
And then his mom, he talks to his mom like after the shit too. You feel me? And she's like, how can I help? Do nothing. Like you can help by just be the clown ass nigga you've been for the your entire life.
You can help by doing nothing, which is, by the way, all that you're capable of doing.
And she's right. She was right. If he
know.
just hadn't shown up, Amon goes up, takes out Rhaenys, and that's a huge win for the Greens. But instead, his old stupid ass put it out that's like, yes, I think we all care way more about Rhaenyra. We all know Aegon is just like a figurehead or whatever. But there's nothing in this kind of a battle that compares to a king falling out of the sky and blowing up on his fucking dragon. So, like, no matter what else happens, that's a win for Rhaenyra's side. Like, this dude, he's either, it's ambiguous right now, but, you hear Allison ask, like, is he dead? He's either dead or he's whatever happens to someone that got fried and then falls out of the sky on a dragon.
Right.
All he had to do was sit there and get drunk, bro. That's all he had to do. And he was too stupid to pull it off.
He wasn't even good at that. Hey, that's some shit. She told him to do nothing. He wasn't good at doing nothing. That's crazy. Crazy, man. Brought his ass out there. He didn't even look right with the damn armor on.
Right.
I'm like, it doesn't make sense. The math isn't math. You have no business being out here, bro. You're fooled. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, G. That's what happened.
That's the only not credit, but like the only sort of like grace I give Aegon for how it all played out is, I don't want to speak for everyone on this Zoom here, but I have been in a situation where I was like told by my friends, and I've also been on the other side of the situation where they're like, you're too drunk, like just go sit in there. And then you're like, you're in there, and then you're like, what if I didn't just sit there? Like, well, you have one more drink and you're like, I don't think I need to sit in here. Like, there's no way that I need to just sit in here, right? Like, no, there's no chance. I was on the flip side of that. Like last year, I had a friend who was too drunk. We're like, just go home. It's fine. And then like an hour later, we find out he's been like knocking on people's doors. Like, is this the right place to be at? We're like, dude, what were you doing? Like, we told you to just stay inside.
You gotta deliver that man, bro.
So,
that's on you, Jackson.
Yeah, for sure.
We delivered him. We delivered him, and then he reemerged.
He undelivered himself.
He undelivered it.
He undelivered. He
He
undelivered.
returned himself. I mean, and when you look back on those times in your life, are you? Is it your feeling that that's when you should rule a country?
Right? Yeah. Usually, I'm like, everyone get out of my way. Why does no one respect my opinion? That's what I'm thinking in those moments. Exactly.
Oh man, crazy.
I loved the job they did of showing, like the people at war on the ground. That's about as big a fantasy moment in like fantasy or sci-fi as you're usually going to get, like the two armies coming together. A lot of incredible scenes like that in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, etc.
Right.
And then, they built that drama up and there's this back and forth and the strategy, and then the dragons show up and you're just like, we are little fucking meat puppets. Like, we are just little bacteria on the surface of the world, bro.
And then like the dragon fight is ruthless. You feel me? Like I was wondering, how do dragons fight? In every way that they can fight. Like,
Right.
I'll bite your neck off. I'll slash your innards. You feel me? I'll fire your ass up. Like, it was crazy, dog. You know what I mean? But I mean, showing them in the sky, circling each other, like one one has the claws in them, the other one's biting the other, and it's like a circle of fire. It's just like, God damn, bro. It's wild as it is and brutal as it is. It was also beautiful. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I was like
So
amazed
beautiful.
looking at the imagery.
Stunning.
You know what I mean? I'm
Stunning
like,
to
what the
watch.
fuck? Crazy.
I do think that
And to your point about the how do dragons fight, I was also wondering that, because I'm like, what does a dragon do when it fights another dragon? And you as a boxing fan, John, I was like, is it going to be like boxing? Is it going to be like who's going to like just jab? Hell, fucking no, it was not. We got talons in chest in like the first 3 seconds of the fight.
It's a UFC fight. They're using legs, toes,
it's
knees,
a knife fight.
elbows.
It's a knife fight. Yeah, between two people who got nothing on the outside of the little fence that they're inside
You
of.
feel
for
me?
Sure.
Crazy.
But I do think John, you talking about the beauty of it, like that to me is why, Tyler and I talked on the last episode about the dragons are a more complex analogy than usually like fantasy epics like Lord of the Rings is the Nazis versus not the Nazis.
Mhm.
The dragons are nuclear bombs. That's what
Yeah.
that's what the analogy is. Like,
We watching
and they're-
Dragonheimer, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
that's right. It's
Like,
Dragonheimer. That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
And there is a beauty. Like that's what they
Mhm.
talked about, right? I mean, that's like it's the oh my god, we've unlocked a god's power, and holy
Mhm.
shit, this explosion is like nothing we've ever seen ever.
Right.
And it's also the greatest horror that human beings have ever come up with. And so I
Mhm.
think like that's exactly it with dragons is you have these people who are ruled by their honor, who are like, well, my fucking grandpa swore an oath to Rhaenyra, so I guess that's who I'm gonna die for. Like they're governed by that. And then these fucking dragons show up, and it's just like, nope, it's a different. None of this.
Right,
means
right,
anything.
right. We over here doing this. What that is changes everything. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like that, I think like we over having this squabble, but that makes it the real decision. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the final decision is not made on the ground, it's made by these motherfucking dragons. And the fact that, you know what I'm saying, what's the name of Aemon's dragon?
Aemon's dragon's Vagar.
Vagar. Like the fact that Aemon has Vagar, it's just like that's the big joker, nigga. Like we can play around if we want, you know what I mean? But you know, Vagar right here at the ready at any time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Could shift damn near any fight. What is I remember like Damon's dragon was pretty big too. Like
Bloodworm.
it's Bloodworm and it's vicious, right?
It's crazy.
Yes, but no dragon is as big or as old as Vagar. They show that Vagar's wings have those holes in it because it's been
Mhm.
through so many battles. So it really is like the destroyer class dragon out there among these other dragons. So that's why everyone was, it was like a joke in the first season when Rhaenyra said, we have more dragons. It's like, you have more dragons by number, not by volume. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Damn, that's
because
crazy.
Vagar is just on it, you know, it's a different weight class completely.
Mhm.
So the last thing I wanted to say to your point about it being beautiful, they said to the guy who was in charge at Rook's Rest, when his like lieutenant or whatever was trying to get him to go inside, he's like, we have to get you inside. He like shrugged him off. He's like, I'm an old dude. My life is just about over. I got to see
the show, baby. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna go out, let me go out. That big ass dragon pulled up, you gonna go out. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? Let me go out watching the fireworks, nigga. Fuck you mean? You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, you know, and
4th of July weekend, baby.
You know what I mean? Might as well be outside.
Yeah,
with the
Rook's
fucking-
Rest sounded like
you know
LA
what
and
I'm
Long
saying?
Beach all week.
Nigga,
You know?
he knew it was D-Day for him. You know what I mean? Like he
Right.
was like, I'm gonna go out watching it. I'm gonna watch it come. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
crazy, man. But
Also, I just Googled because I've seen all these like dragon comparison size charts, and Caraxes, Damon's dragon, is just a touch larger than Melis.
The dragon
So,
that,
like, it is
Rhaenys'
not.
dragon.
oh
Yeah.
So not anywhere near.
And similar to Melis, I mean, again, the personalities of the dragons, I think they've done a good job of this show kind of getting into that. Melis was
Send me
also
that.
battle tested.
Put it in the group
Bloodworm
chat.
is battle tested. Vagar is battle tested. Most of these other dragons are not. They've just flown around or they've eaten sheep or whatever, but they haven't been through actual fights with other
they're
dragons.
suburbs kids. I'm a suburbs kid. They're
Hold on, let me-
chilling, bro.
Let me, Jackson, you take the wheel for a second. Let me grab a power cord. My computer's about to die.
Okay, I just sent John in the group chat the dragon size comparison
Right,
chart.
right.
But a more important way to describe the size of these dragons is in the chat. Adam said Vagar equals John's water bottle, big as hell.
Hey, so whose dragon is Balerion?
Balerian's the Black Dread. That was
Uh,
Aegon the Conqueror's dragon.
So that he ain't
it's like
pulled up yet.
He's gone, and he's the no, he's dead. That's the biggest dragon. Vagar was one of the other dragons that's how old Vagar is. Vagar was part of Aegon's conquest. So it was one of his sisters that rode Vagar to Westeros. So like that's why Vagar is like an OG, but Balerion was even twice the size of Vagar, which is why it's like, hey, whatever Aegon the Conqueror wanted to do, he could do.
Okay, that's Aegon the Conqueror, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, but so that's why it was such a big deal when I think this was right after Aemon got his eye slashed.
Yeah.
that he went out there and like tamed
Yes,
that dragon. And
that's
everybody's
exactly
like,
right.
this little kid tamed that. You
Right.
feel me?
But you,
Okay,
but
yeah.
you mentioned the like spiritual connection between the people and their dragons. That's like a real,
Which I love
like
that part.
that's such a fun part of the lore to me. Is that
Mhm.
like it's only the people with Targaryen blood. They
Mhm.
really are like on another ascendancy from human beings, and it is this sort of like telepathic spiritual connection between them, which is why again the people and dragons who've been through battle
Mhm.
mean more than anything
Mhm.
else. And that's why, yes, like Aemon going and getting on Vhagar when anyone on Rhaenyra's side could have gone and gotten Vhagar but didn't. That's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a huge moment, even though he was a kid at that time. That's a huge moment in the war.
And
for
it's
sure.
a risk, right? Like you don't know if it's gonna fuck with you. You feel me? Even if it does fuck with you, you still gotta earn its respect.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's
Like
right.
there's a lot going into that. Also, what tripped me out too was like how Aegon's mom, what's her name? The redhead?
Alicent.
Alicent. How Alicent was like speaking about like what being a king is.
Right.
And how like even though you were crowned king, like the men are at your table. You know what I'm saying? They're your counsel, but they aren't going to respect you and listen to you until you've earned it. So even though you were given this,
Yeah.
you still have to earn the respect and the knowledge, and build the amount of knowledge you have about being a king.
Right.
I never thought of it like that. I don't think we've ever heard it talked about that like that in Game of Thrones. Like we would see people scared as fuck of kings. Like what was the little asshole we hated so much that got poisoned? Joffrey. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was scared of Joffrey, just like, like they were telling this nigga, like, yo, bro, like you the king or whatever, but that's cute. The title's cute. You know what I'm saying? What's your CV looking like? You got to build that up before we gonna let you make some decisions around this bitch. You know what I mean?
Well,
So,
and
that was
the other thing
interesting.
is he's a king whose claim is questioned. And
Yeah,
so that's
okay.
the truth. And you see them all grappling with it at various points is you truly like your side's going to win or everyone gets killed. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
no, so for him, it's like, you're the king, but if Rhaenyra surprises us all and comes in here with 4 dragons, you're dead, bro. You're dead tomorrow. Like you're dead at 6 a.m. tomorrow if you don't hang on to that throne.
You got cute and getting died, nigga. Now what we got to do? You know what I mean?
You thought flying out there on this fucking, so Kristen Cole could give a speech of the I mean, hey, I respect human beings, in fiction and in real life. But you let Kristen Cole give you your king is on the battlefield. It's like, our king's not on the battlefield. The king is up there, bro. You want me to ride out there on the ground? You see what's happening on the ground?
What am I going to do to help that nigga from here? You know what I mean?
I'm gonna go out there with a laser pointer and try and hit her fucking dragon
He's
in the eye.
there. Turn around. Throw the hook, nigga. Duck, nigga. Bite a motherfucker. Pinch the nigga, goddamn.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, these
what
dragons,
the fuck
they're bleeding fire on us,
bro.
bro.
Tar. Like it was like acidic, it seemed like. You know what I mean? It's the fucking blood hit homie. Homie was like, that blood fucking your weak ass up, nigga. Goddamn. But gee, yeah, it was also was interesting seeing Alicent, how she's moving. Like when she found out she fucked up, she leaned even harder, it seemed. It seemed like she had more question about what was going on prior. When she found out she fucked up, she's going like, she was like, yo, fuck it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let's figure it out now. That was crazy to see her lean into being like, her other side. You feel me?
For sure. So. Last moment of the show, and then we'll kind of go through the earlier scenes. But the last moment, I know there were people, because I see our chat and I see our Twitter mentions. I know how excited people are to find out what ends up happening with Kristen Cole, and they're rooting for the worst thing imaginable to happen. So I know everyone was excited when he woke up. It was like, he can't have died.
I was like, it can't be that. It can't be.
The concussion couldn't have killed that man. You know what I mean? That's not how he wanted.
I need something more.
You know what I'm saying?
I need him to feel some emotional pain in addition to the physical pain of death. I want him.
You
I want
could
him going
see
down.
some of the emotional pain, like the self-realization is starting to creep in on Kristen Cole, that he's like, wait a minute, I'm the hand of the king. I'm the head of the king's guard. And the king, I couldn't keep him just sitting in the castle. Like, we lost the king purely because for no reason at all. Everyone can see we had a bigger dragon out here. for no reason at all, the dude who I have 2 jobs to protect. I have 2 jobs to protect this dude. And he fucking flew out and got his shit blown up, bro.
But for me, like, yo, Kings I thought Kings moved like, president's kids. You know
Like
what I'm saying?
kings.
Like the president, you know what I'm saying? We're like that you always watching them. You feel me? Like, so I thought he would always have. I mean, but listen, there has to be. If you send somebody out, right? Like maybe one of the what's it called? The Secret Service goes out to get a burger or some shit.
Right.
That or goes to handle some shit. You feel me? It ain't like the president can just shake out and you know what I mean and move. Right. Like so one nigga was out at a battle and nobody saw the king leave on a fucking dragon. Nobody saw the king put on that weird ass armor and leave on a dragon. Like no, like where are the motherfuckers? Who's guarding the king while y'all out here? That's crazy. That's wild to me.
But that was the cutting comment at the small council about like you're appointing the worst people of all time to the Kingsguard. They literally bumped into each other when he tried to send him out of the room to talk to his mom. They fucking walked into each other. And like just to give some context, this is spoiler free for this show. The Kingsguard in this universe is such a big honor that even though you have to swear a vow of celibacy, the heirs to like great lords aspire to be a member of the Kingsguard, even giving up their inheritance and their ability to have kids and everything, because that's how big of an honor it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then this dude is literally just like appointing the dudes that he likes whoring around with to be in the Kingsguard,
getting drunk on the Iron Throne type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. That's right, exactly. And that's why you've seen so many jokes between Allison's. I forget I think it's her cousin or her brother or whatever. So many jokes towards Kristen Cole because that's a big deal that he does not come from a family, but is the head of the Kingsguard. That's the kind of thing that they'd get shit talked over. So right. But that's what happens, bro. Like,
so his homies was the ones that was supposed to be kind of that keeping him from jumping on a dragon and shaking.
Dude, they said they didn't see him equipped for that. That's supposed to be Ned Stark. That's, you know what I mean? That's supposed to be a highly honorable, like seasoned battle veteran. That's like, no, and instead it's like, oh, look what he's going to do now. He's going to get on the dragon. This motherfucker's crazy.
All right, bro, do what you got to do, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Instead, they're like, it's like super bad,
like,
It's like instead of being like someone very honorable, they're just
hoe,
like, no way you're gonna do that, right?
Get on the dragon and prove it, dude. You got to prove yourself. Like that's what it's
Don't let your brother tell your mom you're a pussy, bro.
You're the fucking king, dude. You know what I mean? Are you a king or aren't you, dude?
Pretty sure you get to do what you want. You're the king.
Do what you want, but you're the king.
Unless I misunderstood the rules of being the king.
What's the definition of king, dude? Because you're not the definition, dude. You know what I mean? Like, bro.
A couple of things I like from
these things. Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy.
A couple of things I like from the chat before we sort of move on to the rest of the episode. One from Matthew. He said, I love how they showed the battle-tested difference with Meleys immediately crushing Aegon's dragon when Aegon's dragon like breathed fire, which I think is also very like, it's a good symbolism for Aegon's general sort of demeanor. Point. He's like, I'm gonna fucking breathe the fire out. I'm gonna do the king thing, the dragon thing. That's got to work, right? And then someone with actual tact and strategy and knowledge of the battlefield immediately takes it
and
out.
Was like, the fire is for them. The teeth and the claws are for you. Like,
exactly. And then Brian,
you put on the show, nigga. I'm fighting. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. And then Brian in the chat said Cole was actually cooking until his boss Michael Scott showed up. Not gonna lie, which I think is pretty good.
Yeah, Cole's face when he saw the actual king, when he saw Aegon. What the fuck has just happened? He had no clue. And then you look at Aemma's face, he's like, wait, like, you know what I mean?
Two birds, one dragon, bitch.
Right. Use Cole as bait, nigga. You know what I mean? Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, Cole's like, you can tell he's had some, I mean, like I said, like he's a man of not high descent who's risen to this place. He has some self-questioning. He didn't understand the world to where he made his ludicrous offer to Rhaenyra and everything. Like this dude knows that he might not be the top of the food chain, but then he sees him out there and he's like, is this dude actually brain damaged? Like, am I that much smarter than the king? That much smarter than this dude?
Like, to me also, it kind of felt like damn, bro, like you got a job that you can't do. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm really not good at this. They're going to fire me. I only
at best.
Right. I did great in the interview, but now I'm going to die because I did a good interview and I was trash. I'm actually trash at this shit. You feel me?
The stakes are a little higher for saying you're Excel proficient, you know, and lying about it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Nigga ain't never opened up Premiere. You know what I'm saying? But you're proficient with the Adobe Suite. Like, damn. They can open up Premiere oh, I don't know how to do this. You feel me?
No YouTube tutorials. In
You
Westeros
feel me?
either, I don't
This
believe.
is a lot different than iMovie.
I don't think you're solving that
not
problem.
iMovie.
I don't think you're solving that
This is
problem.
not CapCut, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
When I
You
said
got
I've edited
real
videos,
nerdy.
I meant I've made a few
Jesus.
TikToks. I didn't know. What is an After Effect? What is that?
But I have
Mike
a
sounds
million
like someone
followers
who's
on
interviewed people of
TikTok.
this generation before.
Like, how did this?
Yeah.
I should be better at this. Crazy.
All right. Anything else from the chat, or we're gonna go? I got notes on some of the other big scenes here that we can go through.
One funny thing from Josh said, one thing about Aegon that I can't hate on is bro's making it big and putting his pals on, which, you know, respect. But in this case,
Listen, bro, look,
maybe.
this is the thing with
Maybe
this,
not.
bro.
Might not
You know
work
what I
out for the
mean?
pals in this
When
situation.
you blow up, right. You feel me? When you blow up, get the right people and then you can pay them and everybody can stay rich. You
Right.
feel me? Don't put them niggas in them positions when they ain't ready for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bro, you setting everybody up for failure. Come
So
on, man.
The circle's got to get smaller. Everybody can't go to the red.
Nigga ain't made it out of 10th grade. He got him as an accountant. That's what he did. You feel me? Motherfucker don't even know his times tables. What's the square root of 49? There is no square root. Bitch. Go get drunk. Let me get a real nigga to do this math over
I
here.
will pay
fuck
for
nigga.
your tuition. I'll pay for your tuition. That's what I'll do. That's
I'm
how
gonna
I'll
send you
help
to
you.
GED school, nigga. You know what I'm saying? On me, nigga. On me. You hear me? I got a nice Acura for you when you graduate, nigga. You feel me? Get the fuck out of here, bro. You ain't gonna be punching these numbers for me. Crazy.
Oh my god. All right. Well, we opened the show up back in haunted ass Harrenhal, where Daemon is having a vision about him beheading Rhaenyra, and then he encounters a woman who will not give any spoilers about any of this other stuff. She gives him a concoction. Here's my question: would you have drunken the concoction?
No.
His instincts are down.
Of course not.
His instincts are flagging a little bit. You know, he didn't even hesitate either. He was like, all right, she seems like she knows what she's doing. She did appear to me in a vision telling me I was going to die in this castle, but like, I'll just.
She seems like she knows a lot about what's going on here. Jesus.
In this castle that can barely stand up, she's got it under control.
These last 4 episodes of this season, I feel like I have so little faith in him at this point.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be a guy. You know what I mean? He might, like, you go into a season and you think a nigga going to be the 3rd best player on the squad, and he end up being the, nigga 7th man off the bench. Little play time in the playoffs, you know what I mean? Like, this is how it feels with him, man. Like, bro, I'm supposed to be relying on you. We supposed to be going back and forth with it. You feel me?
He's
And
Torian
you can't even
You're saying
start.
that-
He's
You know
Torian
what I mean?
Prince is what you're saying.
You're saying that, yeah. I was gonna say you're saying he's Tobias Harris. He got this big. Everyone's like, this guy's the guy. Let me tell you.
Torian Prince, and everyone was like, oh, really?
Just you wait.
I would at least say Tobias Harris. nigga. Come on. I think at least Tobias
He's got the
Harris,
name
you know what
value,
I mean?
the face value of Tobias. Tobias
Yeah,
Harris,
there
at
we
least.
go.
What did you guys think about Allison on the what I call the Plan BT? You know, trying to make sure she didn't have any little Kristen Cole Juniors running around. That's tough, bro.
Well, so okay, and this is
Someone in the chat said Plan BT is gonna give Allison 10K a social post. She's about to be sponsored
Hold
by
up.
them.
Is there really a Plan BT?
That's what the Meister gave Allison. That's what that was
okay,
like
okay.
for a girl, but it was because she was, and that's
Yeah,
why she was holding
yeah.
her Woomba and all the other
Yeah,
shit.
for sure.
But then that's why when old Clubfoot came to talk to her, she was holding those like warmed. And again, we got to remember how primitive this shit is. This is the queen dowager is just warming up rocks to hold to her stomach after having drunk the tea. Like that's no fun, bro.
This is before opium and all that too, right? This well before that type shit. So they was and now I remember when that was like a medicine that they would give you at one point.
That's the equivalent. The Game of Thrones equivalent of opium is milk of the poppy, which like that's what Viserys was on at the end of his life to like extend to just like dull the pain. But it similar to opium, it just like blurs everything. But yeah, the Maesters have this tea, this like, oh, that'll take care of your situation for you. But it's there's lots of references to it not being a fun solution.
It's a whole lot of motherfuckers just saying shit that decided medicine back then. You know what I mean? Who spoke the loudest? That's who won. You didn't have to be the smartest nigga. You know, hold these rocks to your tummy. That'll do the trick. You know what I mean? Like just weird shit, dog.
John,
Crazy.
you sent a text to the group chat, but we also had a scene of Kristen Cole, the executioner. You were not a fan of the way he held the sword. Not
bro,
Ned Starkian.
No, bro. No, it made me not like the person that's playing him. I didn't like Cole, but now I'm looking at the nigga like, bro, you playing a hooper and you can't hoop, nigga. You know what I mean? Like the way he swung the knife, short armed it, bro. I'm like, he swung the knife like it was an axe. I'm like, you ain't supposed to hold the knife, the you know what I'm saying, the sword down. You know what I mean? Like just nasty, bro. I was like, come on, man. You shouldn't even be playing the part of this fuck nigga. You don't even deserve that. Crazy. You saw that shit, didn't you? Did you peep it?
Yeah, I did.
Crazy.
I had the same thing. Did we talk about people making negative comments to him on this show? Did we talk about that on his Instagram?
I think you said they were. Yeah. You see what's on his Instagram right now.
Yeah.
How you short arm a sword swing?
No extension.
Swing that motherfucker like a bat, nigga.
No, that's what I was gonna say. He rolled over. He had a rollover swing, bro.
This,
Just
this ain't cricket.
Yeah.
You feel me?
John on his IG youth baseball coach influencer advice right now. Short to it and long through it.
You feel me? What is you on, bro? Man, use your legs, fuck nigga.
Yeah.
Golly. The big muscles. God. Goofy.
We already talked about this scene a little bit, but I just thought that small council scene of Aemon manipulating Aegon was like, that to me is the fun of this show, is balancing those character moments with dragons being sick as fuck. Like that's what's different about this as opposed to Game of Thrones. Was Game of Thrones doesn't have the blockbuster dragon shit going on. So to have those two kinds of moments in the same show, I thought like that's exactly what makes this shit special. Because that when he started speaking Valyrian, I would just like put my hand on my chest, like, oh, he is fucking him up so
He's
hard.
sunning him right now in front of the council, in front of his council. You know what I mean?
And his mom's not there because
mother, they don't listen to me.
Yeah.
They shouldn't.
Like, John, she wasn't in the
said.
council meeting because she was recovering from a Plan BT abortion to get rid of his Kingsguard head's baby, bro.
It's messy out here, bro. It's messy, bro. You know what I mean? Sheesh.
And to your point about that being why the show is awesome, Mike, I said this before we got on, or before we went live, but like watching that scene as you're watching the episode, you're like, wow, this is sick. You can tell in the moment it is sick. Aemon is running circles around his younger brother just because he wants to. But I kind of thought that's all it was watching it. I was like, oh, he is trying to embarrass his younger brother after his younger brother embarrassed him. Like straight up, like kind of good on him. Yeah. He cooked him in this meeting. But like we're done now, right? We're square now.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's kind of what
I thought it felt like that too. Like that was an exclamation point.
It felt like we had to he had to get his get back. Yeah. He got it back in public, probably in a worse way, and now we can go back to being brothers. Not, I mean, they kind of hate each other, but like being brothers still. And now, then after the end of the episode finishes out, it's like, oh, not only was he taking this victory lap. He was setting him up for this master plan. It's like he was like, I don't know. It's like he's celebrating. He's like he's Steph Curry. He's like celebrating before the plan even
in the third
finishes,
quarter,
before the shot even goes
this
in.
nigga hit him with the,
and you're like, wait, why is he doing that?
Quarter,
I don't
you know
even
what I mean?
get it.
It ain't even the fourth yet, my guy.
The shot goes in, and you're like, oh my god, the whole time he was doing that.
Nasty. And it's also like, did you see the comfort in which he walked away from his dead brother's body? He was more hurt.
Was gonna say
he was more hurt leaving old girl. You know what I'm saying? He was cuddled up with in a whorehouse. You feel me? He was more sick about that. He walked away like from his dead brother's body, like he didn't know the nigga. Like there wasn't a dead person by him. You know what I mean?
Kristen Cole goes, "Is he okay? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?" And then Aemond, his older brother, twirling the knife he has stolen from his younger brother's dead body, and just goes, doesn't say a word.
Like he's a roast beef sandwich. He walked away like he was leaving a diner. Like he just had a chicken club and fries.
He responded like
satisfied,
like someone was in public
going home for
and
a
asked him a
good
question.
Nap. You know what I mean?
It's like he was in public and someone was like, "Where?"
That's what he said.
Like, "Where's the
way out?"
He just goes,
"I don't know what you're getting, but you should definitely get the chicken club. It's delicious. I'll see you at home." You know what I mean? The fries, waffle fries. Oh my God, they're to die for. Really. Here's this little knife. I'll see you at the crib, brother. Enjoy that.
Someone was like, where do you order? He just goes, like, that's what it was like.
God, that shit was vicious.
Dog,
we had the scene with Laris Clubfoot and Allison, and I told Shar he's obviously great at his job, but I just would have had him killed off the strength at this point. It's just he's just too like comfortable with everyone. You could tell he knows that she's researching about the prophecy and all this other shit. He just knows too much.
He knows too much.
He's too good at his job. I just would have been like, you're going to bite me in the ass one way or another. You got to go.
So this is a guy that knows too much. He's a guy that got his dad killed, right?
Yes.
Like there's nothing trustworthy about him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Annie was jerking off to her feet. Remember that?
I remember that. Yeah.
The nastiest shit.
Hey,
like,
but
let me see those
that's
healthy,
so nasty.
Let me see those healthy piggies.
Bro. I bet ain't no healthy piggies in that city though. You feel me? She might have the only healthy. We see she bathes pretty consistently, it seems, bro. Yo. She might have the only healthy piggies in that fucking city, dog.
The only one where the piggies aren't going to Marcus in different directions.
I bet he ain't the only one that saw them toes and went home and yakking got
Stop.
Oh, this little piggy went to Marcus. This little piggy went home. That's the piggy. That's the piggy right there. That's what. Dude, he got to go, man. He got to go, dog.
So that's my question, though, is about the Laris types, because all we see, and as someone who doesn't read the books, all I've seen of people like sort of in this position. We have Laris and Littlefinger, two people who are the most obvious snaky ass dudes, and Varys, even Varys. Varys is kind of cool, but still, like even Varys a little bit, like so obviously snaky. Is it just that the information is too valuable? Like, why are they kept around? They're obviously going behind your back. Obviously.
But the information is too valuable, like you said. Like, I mean, people don't know anything. They don't know, like, Rhaenyra's entire council, every episode, the last 2 episodes, like, so what's going on with Daemon? And they're all like,
right.
I don't know. Like, unless someone sent a bird to us, we don't know, you know? And so,
which is also
crazy, but that's the world, you know, it's like, oh, well, this guy knows where everything is. I mean, like, the fact that, you know, you have the assassination that happened, you know, in the first episode, just because it's like, yeah, there's secret tunnels in this castle that only the guy who built them and the rat catchers know about. Like, that's not ideal. So, you know what I mean?
It's not ideal.
Oh my God.
I'll say it. Okay, fair enough.
All right. I love the scene. You know, Tyler's done a great job of painting the picture for like the larger thematic commentary on war in this show. And I love the build up to the dragons being loosed. Of the men on this show are just bored. Damon, Aegon, they just want to get it on, bro. They're just like, we know it's coming. Like, you know, Rhaenyra is trying to do the responsible thing with Rhaenys. She's checking the box on like trying to get Alicent to back down. And the men are just literally like, it's fucking hot. I'm bored. I want to blow something up. Like,
What else we
let's
gonna
fucking
do?
Get to it.
You know
If
what I'm
that's
saying?
not planet Earth, I don't know.
I was about to say, I don't want to make the dark joke about the men on this show or the ones doing that.
But that's seriously, that's it. And then you have people, you know, and I think then the edge underneath that's almost scarier is Rhaenyra arriving at this point of, yeah, it's time. I did try everything else.
He did the due diligence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when they said we need when they said we need to send a dragon, the half smile that Rhaenyra had after that was the scariest shit, because it's like she's been waiting for it too. She just wanted to be more certain. You know what I mean? But yeah, I thought that was a great commentary. And then the only other note I had was, we talked about this scene as well, but Aegon and Alicent, him trying to go to his mom for some sympathy and her being like, "You're so fucking stupid. Like, you have."
She was just tired, bro. She had enough. That was a tough conversation she had with Rhaenyra. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Yep.
It was like, yo, man, we got to do what we got to do now, bro.
Well, and
Ain't
then
no time
she's
for this
like,
whole shit.
She's trying to be like, well, I'm standing on my honor. And she's like, well, actually, you just misinterpreted what your husband said on his deathbed, because you know he was saying my name for his entire fucking life.
Right.
So, you know, and then so her response to that is, well, shit, and now I have to abort Kristen Cole's baby that he might have got on me while they were killing. Like, I mean, like,
ain't no coming back, bro. Ain't no coming back.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For sure. So it's like, and then you want me to tell you I feel bad for you that they're being mean to you? Like, get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah. You feel me? Crazy.
All right. Anything else from the chat on the show, or we'll go to Dookie Butt of the Week?
That was pretty much it. Although we said this already, but Brian in the chat said he appreciated that the dragon fight literally looked like a dance in the air, which, like, considering it's the dance of dragons, like,
it looked like giraffes fighting, bro.
Perfectly done,
but with fire.
I think what's exciting to me, and I believe this is spoiler free, but like, this was the first fight between dragons. Or not the first. I mean, we had Luke in the first scene, but this was the first where you were like,
that didn't count though.
People sent dragons on purpose to fight each other. That's the first one in a war that is named for dragons fighting each other. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. I'm really happy that they are adapting this, and we'll see how it stacks up against Game of Thrones when we get to the end of this full show run. But it's nice that they have an ending written for them already. I'll say that.
It's going to be hard to beat these Game of Thrones fights, though. Those great Game of Thrones fights, I'm like, yo, who's directing this shit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, is it fucking Scorsese?
Yeah.
Like, nigga, this shit is perfect. I mean, so I try.
But like, the ground battles to the dragons, and then the battle between the twins, like, I don't know. Yeah. We'll see.
All that's great shit. But we were looking at like perfection when we saw some of those battles in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What was the battle at the wall when Jon Snow, he couldn't wait for the he took an elevator down. He couldn't wait. He was so ready to fight that he flipped out of the elevator, nigga.
Yeah.
The nigga couldn't wait for it to touch ground. Yeah. He jumps out the bitch. He's so thirsty for this motherfucking shit, nigga. Yeah. It's gonna be hard, nigga, for me to beat that type of shit. Right. What was the one with the blue-eyed motherfuckers? What was that?
Yeah. Hard Home.
Yeah. Hard Home. Are you really expecting to see something better than Hard Home?
Yeah.
Like that, bro. Like, I'm seriously. Like, the fight was insane. They fought the White Walker. Then he's leaving in the blue eyes. Yeah. Like, nigga, I shuddered. I was scared in real life over a dragon show. The fuck? Yeah. Like, that shit was crazy. So, like, well,
and you're in a tough spot too.
They have all the pieces. They have all the pieces, right? But I'm not going to set myself up for sure. You know, to by thinking that it in any way be close to those fights, because those fights were so incredible.
Yeah.
But they have all the pieces to be as good or better.
You're also in a tough spot because you liked Jon Snow so much more than I feel like you like any character on this show, right? Like, you don't have someone where you're like, Yeah.
When Jon Snow died, I see it when the first time, you know what I mean? When he like
Yeah.
whatever, before I was like, yo, you bring this nigga back. You have 4 episodes. Like I was like counting down.
I
If
remember.
this, I'm telling you, I'm off it. I'm off it if you don't
No,
bring
I
this
remember.
nigga
I
back.
think you said on the pod, you were like, I stuck with you through the babies being stabbed and all the other
Yes.
stuff, but
Yes.
I need my dog
But-
to ride with.
I need this. I love this white man, dog. I love this auntie fucking white man, bro. You better keep him on this show. I'm telling you,
Oh,
dog. That
shit.
dude was, yeah, but for sure, yeah, that might be it. But I mean, this show has great. This show has great characters. It's incredible. I enjoyed. There's very few shows that'll ever have a Jon Snow character.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's it's gonna be hard to make any character that in any show, regardless of who you get involved in it. You know what I mean?
Well, like everyone hates Kristen Cole, but Game of Thrones had like 4 people you hated that much.
For
know what I
sure.
mean?
Exactly.
And so
Exactly.
it's easier for them to pay some of those moments off. All right, chat, get your Dookie Butt of the Week ready. We're gonna do our community Dookie Butt of the Week. But Jackson, would you go first with your Dookie Butt of the Week?
Yes. Before I start with Dookie Butt of the Week, I put a poll in the chat just to put a button on the House of the Dragon conversation. Was this the best House of the Dragon episode across both seasons so far? And we have 78% said yes. So
I
people
don't
are
see how you
definitely
could
happy
disagree.
with
Like that, like we talked about.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you're a fan of the castle intrigue, it had great examples of that. If you're a fan of the bigger action sequences, I thought it was the best on this show so far. You know, like we talked about, you know, the ending of last season with Luke dying. It was so sudden. It wasn't like the build up to it in the way that this was, when you knew Vagar's laying in wait and all this other shit. So yeah, for sure. I agree with the chat there for sure. All right, Jackson, your Dookie Butt of the Week.
Yes, my Dookie Butt of the Week. My Dookie Butt of the Week is the New York Baseball Yankees. They were 49 and 21. They were 49 and 21, and now they are 55 and 37. They have gone won 6 of their last 20 baseball games, basically. They have someone who is somehow having a better season statistically than Shohei Ohtani. Aaron Judge, as of like 2 days ago, was the Triple Crown leader. He is now just dipped below Ohtani in batting average, but he is lapping the field in RBIs. He has 20 more RBIs than second place. He is unstoppable. And the New York Baseball Yankees can't win a freaking game. Just a big old bunch of losers.
The Dodgers have kind of been flailing too. They're like 500 over their last 30 games or something. And I want to say this. I'm rooting so hard for a Dodgers Yankees World Series to like restore the feeling. As someone who's been roped into baseball fandom, and like I would love it if more of my friends liked baseball. We need a headline Dodgers Yankees type.
I would love a true excuse to root for the Dodgers. I like living in LA this long. I've sort of become. I don't have a natural team really.
Yeah,
for sure. But I would love a true into my spine reason to root for the Dodgers.
Hatred of the Yankees.
That would do it. I mean, they suck, and they're my Dookie Butt of the Week. I haven't talked about baseball in fucking months.
Is it the bullpen?
So yes, I would say so.
I can't imagine it's the batting.
I'm not gonna lie, Joe. I have looked up zero numbers. I've watched zero pitches. I've watched zero hitters making. Want to know why? Because they're such big fucking losers. They don't deserve my time. 6 and 15 over your last 20 whatever games. Got the best player in baseball.
So Mookie's out right now with a broken hand, and he's been doing like a weekly appearance where he goes into the booth with Joe Davis and Oral Hershiser to just sit up there with him.
Awesome.
But I told Shar, so y'all know Mookie's a professional level bowler.
Yeah,
he's apparently a guy among athletes who aren't golfers. He's a top notch golfer too. Like golfs with all the top athlete guys and shit. And so it shouldn't be a surprise to me. He just started playing shortstop this year also, by the way. Just moved to shortstop. It's been really solid at shortstop. So it shouldn't surprise me that he goes into the booth and he's the best baseball color commentator I've probably ever heard.
Okay, Mike.
Yeah.
He was in the outfield, right?
Yes.
Gold
Glover. He was a Golden Glove right fielder, moved to second base,
shortstop,
and then moved to shortstop. Yes.
Shortstop like, is there a more complicated position in the
No,
infield
and
than
he just
shortstop?
wanted to.
He
just
came
wanted
up into baseball as an infielder. He came up as a second baseman.
Well, sure, that's
Then
not
then was
shortstop.
played
though.
right
Second
field.
base is
Played
totally
right
different
field
from
almost,
shortstop.
and he played right field almost
Yeah.
his entire
Shortstop's a
actual
supercomputer.
MLB
Yeah.
career.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
This nigga, like, you just gonna put me here from the outfield?
Yes.
It might be as well be a difference. You're playing the
Right.
sport differently.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But so
The things you think about are totally different. That's insane.
So he's doing like color commentary. He's setting up the other color commentator, Oral Hershiser. He's like, "What'd you throw here, Oral?" And like the back and forth, like it just he was unbelievable. I literally like recorded a couple things he said to play for Vinny, but it's like it literally it's like appointment television. He was talking about the importance of positive self-talk and that's something he wants his children to get, whether it's baseball or like anything else in life. And you're just like, I just genuinely, as a Dodger fan, feel so lucky to have this dude in our city for 10 fucking years still that it's like, I don't know. He's just the best, bro. I'm just an unabashed, huge fan of that human being. My Dookie butt of the week is the people who are rooting against LeBron James Jr. because they don't like LeBron James. Get a fucking life. Get a fucking life. You're tweeting debut stats from the summer league in order to discredit someone's son because you don't like the guy. Like, take a look in the mirror. Take a look at the world.
Adults,
John.
You know what I mean?
Adults.
That's nasty.
Like, look at how fucked up the world is. And that's what you're doing with your one wild and precious life. The only time you're going to get to be alive on planet Earth, you're hate watching stats of Bronny in the summer league, not even the real summer league, the California Showcase Summer League. Like, really? That's what it's come to for you, bro? Come on. I want better for you. It's a sympathy Dookie butt of the week. It's disgusting to me.
Especially after A, he was a 55 pick, and B, not to compare them as players, but just to talk about how silly it is to talk about a debut for any summer league athlete. 1 year ago today, we were talking about Victor Wembanyama not looking that good in his debut. It's like, just can we all just like, it's fine. Like it's okay.
Right.
Like,
also, like to dislike somebody that much that you root against their child. Like, why do you care about that person so much that you've never met? Like, like it starts to get like, yo, do we need an intervention? If that was a family member, I would go out. Let's go outside. Let's go for a walk barefoot. You need to be let's grounding.
Right.
Let's be connected to feel some grass through your toes, and let's have a real conversation as humans, because it's scary to me.
Yeah.
It's
Go
scary.
in your backyard, take your shorts off, point your booty hole at the sun.
Yeah.
Get some of that good vitamin, whatever, in your
Get
butthole,
the vitamin D right in your butthole.
That's the cure. That's the cure.
That's the cure to all things. Vitamin D right in the brown eye. You heard it here on Jenkins and Jones.
Straight in there. No detours, no bank shots, no ricochets. Straight shot.
Cash money, okay?
Kobe.
Butter. Kobe. Montekia, nigga.
We miss you, Tyler. We miss you.
I know he would have been.
Kobe took me out.
I know Tyler would have been catching those, just ducking everything around his bit, bro. Oh, there've been some nasty finishes. He's been Vince on this episode. Crazy.
John, you're Dookie butt of the week.
Man, I'll be honest with you. Dookie butt is me, bro. Y'all know the situation I'm in.
Yeah.
Sitting around here waiting and been stressed out. You feel me? Waiting for baby boy to pull up. When does he want to show up? Got the best of me, and I started smoking the tree again. I was like, I need something to take the edge off. Today I hit that motherfucker, and I came in like, I think I'm going to be higher than I should be. I literally said that out loud, walking from the garage into the back seat. I put baby girl down. I feel like my arm is 8 feet away from my shoulder. I'm like, that feels longer away than it should. You feel me? I go out there. I take a shower. I look at Rather. Rather goes, God damn. I'm like,
You look at her
think I
sideways. You
smoked
look
too
at her like
much.
this.
right? I said, what? Bro, I said, nah. I said, yeah, I think I overdid it. No more of this, bro. I'm chilling, bro. I just got to deal with it raw dog. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure that shower
The
was out of this
shower
world, though.
was amazing. I thought this is when I knew I was really high. We got the shower that comes from the shit come from the top, right? So like, shut the fuck up, nigga. Ain't I wish I'd be mad because I wish I was, but I'm not. But like, so let me go to the shower from the top of the shit. So Rhonda walks in. Rhonda, you got one of them too?
I don't got one of those. So
Oh, shut up, man. Come on. Anyway, I look up and I go, and I think, oh shit, Rhonda's right there. She gonna know I'm higher than I should be right now. But anyway, I was like, yeah, babe, I think I did too much. Anyway, we cool on it, man. I haven't smoked in so long that I just don't really. I don't have the you know okay, this when you playing basketball, I remember this like playing basketball and you like my jumper might feel good, handles feel whatever, but when I'm going to the lane, I realized my footwork was off when I hadn't played in a while. That's how I feel with the tree right now. My feet like I'm planning on the wrong foot, taking all balance jumpers. I'm like, this shit ain't nigga. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got it right like that no more. Yeah. So yeah, I gotta chill right now, man. But yeah, Dookie butt is me, dog.
Y'all know I don't smoke weed, but there's like a couple times when I'm like, oh, I wish that I did for that experience. And whatever you guys talk about showering while high, because I love taking a good shower.
But also like Mike, the fruit.
Yeah.
It's really the fruit.
Yeah.
The fruit and showers.
It's eating natural food and showering. Those
natural food,
like
bro.
The experiences I'm bummed out.
Fruit tastes how it should taste when you're high. That's and then like you know how things are like, know how it should be is how it tastes when you know. Yeah. This is the only thing that's right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is more right than sober. How fruit tastes. You know what I'm saying? Well, how we taste fruit sober is wrong.
What fruit
the real
has
taste
the
is when you're
biggest
high.
difference between its non-high and high version? Like what's the best? Like what fruit makes the biggest improvement when you're high?
I want to say this. Okay, I think grapes are great. All the shit, bro. The fruits that take the biggest jump for me is a good ripe nectarine.
Nectarine is my favorite fruit, bro.
It's nectarine season.
I go sit outside. I go sit outside by the fire pit. I eat a nectarine. I drink a little iced tea. That's my nightly routine, bro.
Nigga, nectarines this year?
Yeah.
Are they not different?
Crazy. No, it's because of all the rain. It's because of all the rain.
And watermelon.
Crazy. Yes.
Nectarines and watermelon have been the fruit this year is god tier. I'm having shit like, bro. I had some strawberries yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nigga.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to find a strawberry woman, like Mike said. You know what I'm saying? Because I tasted the peak was a little higher than the peak normally. So I don't know, bro.
So you're telling me if I smoke weed, nectarines and showers would be better? Those are two of my like 4 favorite things in the world.
Don't ever smoke weed for the reasons you won't smoke it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, dude,
improving my nectarine
a chilled nectarine.
It's gotta be chilled.
A chilled nectarine.
Yeah.
Bruh. Delicious.
That's a really good answer. I think nectarines are at the top. I think strawberries take a bit of a jump.
Strawberries like a crazy jump.
I think
a crazy jump. Yeah.
I think like a fresh mango.
Fresh mango is crazy, and frozen like ice cold pineapple. If you freeze a pineapple, nigga, God really showing you the way when you like this is what. You know what I'm saying? This is what it was meant to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all tainted the shit with all these chemicals and shit. This is what it really was. You feel me? I'm trying to let you know. The burning bush.
Jackson, what is the community chat Dookie Butt of the Week?
So the chat does not see. There's no consensus in the Dookie Butt of the Week, but it's okay.
It's like a dance of dragons. It's war amongst the chat.
A little bit, not war. It's friendly though. The chat has started to use DBOTW as their acronym for Dookie Butt of the Week, which
love it.
I'm just in love with it. I love it.
In my head, I refer to it as
ecstatic.
DBOT dub. That's what I call it.
Oh wow!
Incredible. We have a lot of submissions. Let me read some to you. Adam says Tyler for missing tonight's recording,
bro, because he would have went.
He's taking care.
Tyler has good reasons to not be here.
Oh, he
has good reasons to not be here,
but he would have went. nigga.
Yeah.
We would have saw a
would've-
50-point game. We would have saw a 50-pointer. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for sure.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, and then we ended the episode talking about what fruits are better when you're high.
That's a Tyler episode.
This is a Tyler.
I should have saved that question. I should have written that question down.
It's
and not
okay.
asked
It's
it.
okay. It's
Are
okay.
we asking again?
The other submission. We can talk. We can get his
I
take
think we
next
should
time
get
for
that.
sure. The other submissions we got a couple of Aegon and his Kingsguard submissions.
Yeah.
We got a Michaela Skinner.
Break
Which
that down for me.
fair. That's the gymnastics story. I forget actually if she is a Olympic gymnast or she was an Olympic gymnast, but she had to apologize because she said that the Olympic gymnastics talent is not what it used to be, and Simone and everyone was like, yo, for real, like that's the GOAT maybe, like. So she apologized. My favorite one was Brian said DBOT dub Sunfire for bonding with a chump, which is just which is hilarious, which is objectively hilarious.
Out of all the Targaryens,
that's the
you
goofy
got
dragon.
Jack White, bro.
Yeah,
you got Jack White back there, like breathe your
deserve
fire
it.
on this
One more we
fireproof
got.
dragon.
The last one we got was Rhaenys for not barbecuing Cole. Also RIP, parentheses RIP sis.
I can't call Rhaenys is like I can't say a bad word about her. She did her job. She killed she went out, she got the king, bro. So
we'll see what
Shout out to
happens.
Rhaenys.
It might get uglier. It might get ugly. There's a chance it could get ugly.
Also,
there's a slight chance.
to our point about missing Tyler, Adam in the chat just had the best one yet. Not a DBOT dub, but just the best comment where he said, "No shade to Tyler, by the way. I don't know the specifics, but I'm capital J and with a Z jonesing for one of his goddams."
Let me goddamn you.
Let me
One of them
goddamn.
motherfuckers for sure. Hey, and you know what he got it when you asked about the high fruit. Let me goddamn. He would have for sure. He got a good one. He lock it in. That's what he lock in.
He might have given me my favorite Tyler mannerism, which is the happy surprise goddamn. Oh, goddamn. Like that one. You know what I mean? That's what I know. Like, okay, the topic list was hitting today, bro. I did my job.
Or sort of like that's a really good question. Goddamn. He goes, God damn. Sometimes he give you that like, that's a great question. Goddamn. That's a great one too. The last one, we got two people who, and I think probably the correct answer. Adam said, "Do we already say Ryan Garcia?"
Oh,
and Ryan Garcia is probably
He's a
probably
fighter?
the answer.
What do you do?
Yeah, he's a fighter, but also like
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia. Like he went on like a racist tirade, right?
Oh,
All of that shit. But the man is like, it's like to me, I don't know about you. It's like hearing the mo. Like, look, okay.
hold on. What you're doing right now is your version of Tyler's. Oh, goddamn. Like when
Yes.
you do what you just did, I just like move out of the way of the microphone so I don't accidentally say anything in response to what you're about to say.
Right, bro. This is,
Say
All right, bro.
You have dad permission.
I remember being at the corner and this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? He bent over, took a shit, wet as fuck, looks at, and then he says, "Nigger." You feel me? And I was like, am I going to get mad at the man that just squatted, took a shit in public? You know what I mean? And said the N-word? Like, I'm not going to waste my energy on that. You know what I mean? I'm not hopping out the car fighting this motherfucker. You know, he going through it, obviously, right? That's how I kind of feel Ryan Garcia.
That guy was at the supermarket sweep of social taboos. He was like, let me get everything out there that I can in a 10-second window. That's crazy.
Bro, I'm talking about bent over. Took a shit on the it's at the intersection of Fairfax and La Cienega. Nigga,
Jesus.
bruh, right across from a Whole Foods, there's a fucking 40-foot bit, like that might be like 60-story building right there, probably at least. You feel me? And he just projectile up the butt and says, "Nigga, look, I'm not going to waste my energy being mad at this because there's something not right going on." So, bro, that's how I feel
like
about
an
Ryan.
Atlanta or a Vince Staples show moment. Like
Right,
that's like a art, like an artistic vignette of a crazy homeless person. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's like a
bro. It's very abnormal, right? We don't
Right.
see that. You know what I mean?
yes.
So I saw that and I'm like, yo, do I do? I'm gonna go to Whole Foods, get me some almond butter, and bring it back to my daughter. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yo.
So that's right. That guy's
Yo,
Ryan
yo.
Garcia to you.
Yeah, that guy's Marcus. You feel what I'm saying?
I get
fuck
your
'em.
analogy. I
Like,
do
like
get the analogy,
you're like,
yes.
hey, I be doing some bad analogies. I think I kind of did. You know what I mean? It's like fuck them, but at the same time, like I mean, it's fucked up. But I mean, at the same time, like I'm not gonna waste my energy on this.
We'd all be better without.
Yeah.
But
I don't need to be involved in it.
You're right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, that's That's where I'm at with it. I'm not. Yeah.
Great job,
Okay.
John. You landed that.
Thank you.
That was
Thank
for sure.
Because it could have went. We could have been. Well,
Oh,
you
I
got to
mean,
edit this out.
it did. It barrel rolled, I think, but you got it on. You got it on the ground.
The start, bro. The takeoff was nasty, bro. You know what I mean? The takeoff was.
I've
Where
had
we
a
going,
conversation-
John?
so-
a lot of turbulence. But I figured it out.
I'll share this because it popped up on my calendar today that today is the anniversary. I have no idea what anniversary because I'm not that much of a dork. Today is the anniversary of the first show you had me on, John. I don't know how many years, but it is anniversary. So I'll share something I've talked with Jackson about. That's like a weird aspect of being involved with the show. Is you and Tyler are two of my best friends on planet Earth, but I also part of my job is to know your facial expressions when you think something's funny well enough to know when it's like, now you got to like shut everyone up and let Tyler go right here, or like, oh, John's about to say something crazy as fuck. And I don't like, it's not like you don't know your friends, but it's not your job to set Adrian up to like do something super funny for 50,000 people to see or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a funny aspect of doing a show with your actual real life friends. I feel like.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, John just stopped himself twice, but he's still willing to tell the story. This is going to be a good story.
It also could go left. Like it's going to times where we're like, yeah, we can't put that in a pod.
It could go left.
To Mike's point, I almost had to be like, John, I'm getting scared now. I almost tried to like put some brakes on it. I almost tried to put some brakes on it.
Did you be scared sometimes when I be saying shit? Because you said no. I'm like, because I'm scared. I'm scared. That's one of y'all aren't, because I definitely am, nigga.
You're up above the battlefield, looking your dragon in the eye, like,
right.
We're gonna be on the ground at the end of this, one way or the other.
I don't know how.
How'd I get here?
I know we gonna get there. I don't know how we gonna get there. You feel me? So let's see. You know what I mean?
All right, that's all the time we got. We don't have our schedule set for the week yet, but we will put that out on social media, and then obviously we're going to keep the Sunday night lives going with the House of Dragons recaps. Thanks to everyone who's been tuned in live at youtube.com/@JenkinsJones. We love hearing from the chat during the shows, and like I said, make sure to be following on Twitter, the other social medias. We will put out the recording schedule once we get that set for the rest of the week. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hope everyone had hope it was a 4-day weekend, and hopefully the Sunday scaries, Monday scaries aren't hitting you too hard, but we'll see y'all soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.